Sagittarius, and welcome to your January 2018 general reading. I'd like to take the opportunity to wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope that all obstacles from your path are removed and you move towards your heart's desires and fulfill your life's purpose. So we're going to have a look at the month of January. It's a very, very general reading. I also do weeklies where we try and look a bit deeper about what's unfolding at a weekly basis, okay? So please give me clear-cut messages for the sign of Sagittarius, please. Oh, the cards are jumpy. So what lies behind you? The Fool card. Can you see them? With the Queen of Pentacles, okay? What you most desire is change, okay? This could be a Scorpio. If not, it's about change. Leaving something behind in order to manifest something new. Your supportive energy is the Six of Cups, which can be a bit reconciliation. It's also a card about joy. It's a card about getting what you want. I call it, you know that the surfer who waits for the wave and then the wave comes and they go after the wave. That's what the Six of Cups is. It's a card about getting what you want, and I'm really happy that you're getting what you want, Sagittarius. This could be around a childhood love, a childhood sweetheart. Some sort of joy is going on here. The challenge is the Four of Wands, okay? Relationships, you've got the Eight of Discs. In a relationship house, this tends to show up as quite a high level of commitment, okay? Money and work, you've got the Seven of Cups, okay, which is a little bit confusion about what's going on. Some of you might have more than one option. Yeah, soul life, Two of Wands, outcome, the Chariot card. Okay, looks like there's a lot of decision making going on for you this month, Sagittarius, okay? A lot of desire to leave things behind in order to move towards a much more joyful, and by the looks of it, for some of you, a much more committed relationship stage, because the Eight of Discs in a relationship is a high level of commitment, okay? It's not quite the 10, but the eight's quite high, and really some of you might be facing some life decisions, unsure what to do about money and work, but the outcome is very, very, very positive movement forward, okay? So what lies behind you is the Fool card with the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles represents home. She's got so many meanings. I could do a whole reading just on one card. She's about the foundations of your life, where you live, where your foundations are. She represents home, family. She's the Master of the Pentacles, which are the ground under your feet. Because it's with the Fool card, there might be a desire for exciting new beginnings here. Some of you might be considering traveling, moving, starting a whole new life, basically, Sagittarius, because what you most desire is the Death card. So the Death card is basically a transformation. Leaving something behind in order to move forward to something else. And the card that's helping you get that is the Six of Cups, which tends to be a card about getting what you want, okay? I've never really seen it mean anything else apart from getting what you want, okay? Now the challenge is the Four of Wands again. So all the fours represent stability, security. So this getting what you want is beautiful. Is that some of you, there's a clear-cut decision been made, an old identity's been left behind. you're getting a lot of help in making your dreams come true. But the Four of Wands as a challenge is sort of saying maybe putting down foundations, crossing the threshold might be a challenge. So why is a Four of Wands a challenge for Sagittarius? Please. Now don't roll your eyes, Sagittarius, but you have got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about surrendering control. A lot of you know it. Again, many, many meanings. But because it's your challenge and it's with the Four of Wands, there seems to be creating a foundation. It might be a challenge for some Sagittarius, okay? A feeling of that happy family might be a challenge for some Sagittarius, even though the Six of Cups is your gift and what's working for you. There's still the energy of waiting to get it into the Four, which is the structure, which is a stable energy, yeah? So the relationship card is a bit of a commitment card. Some of you, if you're not in a relationship, might be meeting someone at work, or some of you aren't even focusing on relationships. Your energy is going into hard work, looking after your discs, looking after the earthly side of your life. There's no right and there's no wrong. There's only about what's right for you at the moment. I've had many periods in my life where my whole energy is going into personal achievement and relationships are not my focus. I tell you what, Sagittarius, it's when they come a knocking now. When you're not looking for something, it always turns up. But for some of you, this is about commitment. Even though the Four of Wands is still your challenge, there's still quite a high energy of commitment here. But there might be a little bit of confusion around money and around your work. So why are you confused, Sagittarius, about money and work? I think it's to do with that Two of Wands, a soul position. Some of you are very unsure about exactly how to move forward, I think some big decisions been made for quite a lot of you about what you want, but how to get the whole thing into its foundations, its structure is your challenge. So a classic example was, I'd like to get married, relocate, but how do you sort a job out? That would be a classic example of this. And unsure how to, so you sort it all out through the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is about destiny, but we need to be putting our energy out in order for it to come back. So we can't just sit there and wait for the wheel to turn. Sometimes it does work that way, but sometimes it takes putting out about 10 applications before we get the wheel to turn in our favour, okay? But there's definitely a little bit of confusion over your soul's direction, and that's mostly manifesting in what do I do for a living, what sort of job do I want to do, and how do I create more stability and security. For some of you, it's for my family. For some of you, it's just for your own well-being, but there's definitely that message. But as I said, the outcome is a Chariot. Now, the Chariot card represents a very significant victory, okay? So this significant victory is around the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is a brand new emotional start, but it doesn't only manifest when it comes to love, okay? The Ace of Cups is my good karma card. Simply, what goes around comes around. That is the only rule of the earth plane, okay? Honest to God, There's no point even studying all these books. What you put out comes back to you. Now, when it comes back, we're not always in charge of. Actually, we're never in charge of. But the Ace of Cups talks to me. It's my good karma card, as is the Sun. What it looks like to me is there's a little bit of confusion about the new beginning you want. This Death card is leaving something behind and moving forward. You're going to hit a little bit of obstacles, a little bit of confusion about how to get your plans up and running. But when the Ace of Cups meets with the Chariot card, we're talking about perfect timing happening. Some of you, the Chariot card does represent Cancer. Could be having a baby, by the way. Definitely. Although it's generally the Empress that talks about babies. But the Chariot is the Cancer card. And there's some sort of good energy around you, Sagittarius. I'm not saying this month is going to be plain sailing. It never is plain sailing, yeah. I think there's a little bit of uncertainty about how to make things more stable, yeah, for yourself with that Four of Wands. And it's not only for yourself, because if you look at the image, there's you and others, okay? But there's this desire to make things real, that Eight of Pentacles. But the overall image is there's a bit of confusion about how to go about it, okay? The answer is the Wheel. Both of these cards show planetary energy, which is simply saying things happen in divine timing and not in our timing. Now, most people don't like hearing that, okay? But it's the truth. And what we do with the in-between spaces is really what makes our destiny, Sagittarius. So we can moan about divine timing, or we can use our time to generate more and more good karma. Because it always comes back to us. And we can do it in the most gentle, most beautiful ways. But I have never in my life not seen a case of the Ace of Cups, not meaning if you put out good vibes, it comes back to you. If you put out crap, Sagittarius, that comes back to you too. And that's the same rule of thumb for me. Yeah, I'm never done learning. If I put out crap, I get crap back. The Ace of Cups is about good karma you've put out in the past coming back, which is getting you to the Chariot card, which is significant movement forward. Use your time wisely this month, Sagittarius. Don't fall into the trap of, because you're confused, that old trap that the ego sets that tells you you're useless. You allow the confusion. It's part of the divine process. And keep trusting and keep moving forward to this beautiful energy that's coming your way. You know, if I work with people who feel really stuck, between me and you, Sagittarius, I get them to do random acts of kindness, because what I'm trying to get them to do is to bring this energy into their lives. And that energy is coming into your life, Sagittarius. Be open to receive it, okay? I'll be back next week. Oh, actually, probably the week after. I need a rest. Enjoy. You've worked for it. Loads of love. Bye.